YouTube! Welcome back to the FeralPlanter. Let's get into the show.
Warning, this channel is intended for educational and informational purposes only. Nothing displayed, discussed, or shared here is ever for sale, nor do I condone or encourage the use of illegal substances or drugs. Please ensure that any activities you engage in comply with the laws and regulations in your area. This channel is intended for adults, 18 and up. Thank you for watching responsibly. Now let's get into it.
YouTube tells me that 85% of the people watching this video aren't subscribed. Go ahead, hit that sub button. It's free. Much love. Keep growing. Let's get back to the show. Welcome back, Grow Fam. It's that time of the week. We got ourselves all mixed up. Instant compost tea, we gonna get her nice and bubbly. Look at her. I guess we can go over the speed settings. So that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. I just use it on 3 once they get, decent size. We're only gonna need to water the milk bubbles today. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna get in and water thoroughly the best we can. She's pretty well into the net right now, so I can't move her. So we're just gonna use this on speed 3. I'm trying to just peek under the plant the best I can. We'll move around where we can. Now I also have the binder clips and green ties still on this girl too. They're probably not doing anything at this point. I could probably get away with taking those off and just letting her do her thing, but they don't bother me none. I'm just gonna leave them be. We are just gonna thoroughly water the milk bubbles. I was looking back through my notes. I think I double watered the autoflower girl, and I think that's why she's looking a little pale. I know at the end of the last video I said that maybe it was like some pH or whatever, so I checked my pen and calibrated it. I was 0.1 high. So if I was reading a 6.4, it was really 6.5 spot on. So that's really not gonna swing me too much. This feeding, I didn't want to add any extra water. I kind of want to see if she'll just take all of this water that I poured and use up the rest of the leftover recharge that was in the pot or in the bucket. So I didn't want to add any more water than I needed to, so we're actually at like a 6.3 or a 6.4 on this watering. So we're a little bit low. I think we're still safe with that pH swing. If I can find it, I will put up a pH chart on the screen, somewhere over here, and I'll leave it up for a second for you guys to use as reference. Take a screenshot of it, use whatever. I'll share the soil one for now. If we get into hydro, I'll share the hydro one then. But there's a range with pH where, nutrients can no longer be uptaken by the plant, and that's what we refer to as lockout. So if your pH is way far out of whack, and you're like way too high or way too low, you're basically disabling the plant's ability to uptake specific nutrients. So I know kind of off the top of my head with this is like 6.5 is kind of the sweet spot where everything is readily available at a decent to moderate amount. Now, I can be mistaken, so don't hold me to this, but I'm pretty sure towards the end of flower, if I raise my pH just a little bit to the 6.7, 6.8 range, I should be able to tell the plant to be like, hey, start taking up more potassium and start taking up more phosphorus. Bulk those buds up real nice for me. But I'll have to refer to that same chart. I don't go around spewing things I'm not sure about. I try to have scientific evidence that's been proven, and not by me, by actual scientists. But also, with that said, I like to do silly little experiments with plants. I see people growing in solo cups and all sorts of stuff. That looks crazy and fun. Maybe I'll do like a micro DWC or something. Who knows? I'm really enjoying learning the organic side of growing. And I'm super looking forward to being able to share that with you guys. If you haven't watched any of the previous episodes, go back and do that. First of all, this is episode 6, I believe. So you got some content to catch up on. But we can just see the progress. Kind of had a bit of a stoner brain. Kind of forgot where I was going. But we're just watering. If I remember my point, I'll put it up on the screen. We're only human, right? I think it was about not spewing BS and trying to have solid information for you guys. But I'm starting to see some water come out the bottom of the pot. See if we can get in there. I don't know if you guys can see that down there. You can kind of catch its reflection in the water. But she's full. She's a heavy girl. We're gonna let her go. We're gonna let her do her thing. The auto girl's looking great. Like I said though, I think I double watered her, so we're gonna leave her alone today. And we'll check again in a couple of days. What's up, Grow Fam? I think it's safe to say that she's stretching. We're starting, I believe, day 3 of flower, the 12-12 swap. We're not even into, quote, flower yet. We got a couple more days to a week or so of stretching, but she has started throwing some pistils. So the process has started, or we were on the cusp of just old enough for her to start showing like some signs of pre-flower, which is really freaking cool. Really freaking cool. We're gonna get in here. And again, she can almost make it. She's definitely going to be able to make this outside. We're definitely going to fill this tent with this lady. For sure. She's getting filled up. We can go ahead and take this girl and we're going to branch her to this one. So we got our first one. Actually, I lied. This girl's out the outside quadrant. This girl's also out of the outside quadrant. Sorry about that camera dip. But we'll get in here. Look. Yoink. Go ahead and dip this girl out here now. Yoink. Yeah. Dip this girl into here. Yoink. Hopefully this girl can make it out. This guy we're gonna try to push out to this outer edge. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Obviously we don't want to break anything. We don't want to bust any nodes. We just want to keep nice even canopy as possible while trying to bush her out, spread her out. You can see she's definitely bushing. There's a lot of node sites there. We're gonna have lots and lots and lots of beautiful nuggets on this lady. Zoom in a little. Look at her. She's so happy and healthy. And again, we're just tucking. So can't remember if it was yesterday, just the clip previous, or if it was last episode, but Milk Bubbles is starting to do the pail. So it's got to be a genetic sign of flowering. The Milk Bubbles, man. Mr. Loud, Mr. James Loud. Loud Genetics on Instagram. Check his stuff out, man. Wow. Super impressive. All right, let's get into the auto girl. She has also stretched quite a bit. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna work on pushing her over and out. Over and out, over and out, over and out. We'll get these fan leaves up behind, but go ahead. Hey, you go ahead and just go on over there. Stay over there. See, we added some bud clips on those 3 lowers. Spread her open. Doing a lot of LST on this girl. We'll see what comes of her. She's looking awesome. Looking forward to having her fill out. It's always nice having different flavors in the arsenal. We'll catch you in an update tomorrow. And we'll work on getting this one out to you guys too. Thanks for all the love and support. Appreciate you. Welcome back, guys. Lots of stretching happening. I'm thinking we might just fill this damn tent. All our training's finally paying off. We kept her low. We kept her squat. And then the last little while, we've tuned her down, forcing her to start stretching, flipped her to flower, which she's going to stretch even more. And I haven't cranked the lights back up yet. As soon as she fills up a couple more of these squares and I can get her opened up, I'll give her another day or two, but then the light intensity will be cranking up in preparation for her to be packing on buds. I finally calibrated the pH pen too, and like I thought, we were only 0.1 off. So obviously a 0.1 when we're trying to hit a 6.5 or 6.6 every time isn't really gonna affect us all that much. We were still well within our range, and the ladies are showing that. They're definitely showing that they are happy. We got all sorts of nodes exposed. I got a couple candidates that might get taken for a clone here in the next week or so before she starts packing on too much bud. I'm just waiting to see if she's gonna make it to the top of the canopy or not. Just watered her 2 days ago. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be all right, but let's give her a check. Oh yeah, I just watched the dial pop right up. Let's see. She wet. I'm not even all the way in the pot. So definitely don't need to water her today. This girl's been saying she's been wet at the bottom of the pot every single time I check her, but doesn't show any signs of being over or underwatered. It's been 3 days. I'm gonna go ahead and water her with just some pH tap. I'm gonna get my dechlorinated tap tuned up real quick, and we'll be right back to water her. All right, guys. So I got my mixture. We're a little bit low today, just a little bit. I'm just gonna bring this corner of the net up so I can get up under there better. We're at 6.3 today. I'm just gonna send it. I don't really enjoy mixing pH up, pH down, and I know that's like what those automated ones do for like the hydro guys. They're just constantly mixing pH up, pH down, trying to get it within, you know, the proper range. But I try to not play that game. Like, I added a little too much pH down to the amount of water that I thought I needed, and I just added more water. But I only had enough dechlorinated tap to bring it up to 6.3. I'll put that in my notes, and like, obviously I'm just running with it. And I'm just gonna water this girl nice and thoroughly. Nice and thoroughly. I'll put up on the screen how old she is. I can't remember exactly how many days we are from seed, but I think it's just at about 3 weeks now. Maybe a little longer. Maybe a little less. But we're just gonna... No recharge in this watering. I said I add recharge and then I constantly have to end up adding water. So recharge gets used quite often. This is all we do, man. I'm excited to see these girls pump up in their bud structure. I think that'll be awesome. Can't wait to start giving them smells. So I can just stem rub. She funky. I wonder. We're on this LST train, right? I wonder how she'd go if I decided to plop one of these right here. I highly doubt that that's going to harm her. Let's get a closer look. I hardly think that little bit's going to harm her. But we can make way for milk bubbles. God forbid she starts creeping over this way. We can keep this girl over here like I planned. I think that's going to work. I'm going to keep it like that. I'm going to keep it just like that. It doesn't block any nodes. It exposes more nodes. I like it. A little wonky, a little zany. I like it a lot. I might even put one on this girl. Let's see what that even looks like. Open this bag back up. Why not? Why not? Maybe force her this way. This way. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Let her rock. thanks for hanging with me today in this episode, guys. Get that out of the way. As always, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Gambit Growing Solutions. They are not a sponsor of this channel, but I will always shout out good products when I'm using them. And it's just a fact. I can't wait to get their whole system, show that to you guys, and really start growing with some Gambit power. I think it's going to be huge. Much love. Keep growing. And I'll catch you in the next one.